Like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl on your face when you're sleeping. Animals have been on this planet much longer than humans. There are fish that are 300 million years old, but only now, due to the advancements in technology, we can really connect with animals, study them, or just watch them be goofy. But a few times, there are stories that seem just out of this world. Today we're looking at the 10 craziest incidents that actually happened. Number 1 will blow your mind, so watch out for that. Let's begin, shall we? Number 10. Cod vs. Human. No, this isn't the Call of Duty game we're talking about. This is much more violent and will leave you shocked for at least a week. Horrified workers in an Australian fish factory sliced open a giant cod and discovered a human head inside. We were as shocked as you when we first heard it too. The grisly find, an adult man's head with his hair and features intact, rolled out of the stomach of the fish, which was 5.5 feet long and weighed 97 pounds. Peter Monson, who co-owns the filleting firm in Cairns, said that there was a total disbelief. You'd never dream of it. Cops could not say whether the cod had killed the man or ingested the head after the man was dead. They believe the victim could be Michael Edwards, who's been missing since falling overboard in the Pacific a week before the incident. Sea life experts said that a crocodile could have killed the victim first. They get saltwater crocodiles in Australia, and the fish might have been in on the feast, but how the head got in is a mystery. Cod do not have sharp teeth, they suck on their prey. This really was a horrific incident that can only happen in Australia.
Before we move on, I've got a little challenge for you that'll take 5 seconds to complete. So here's the deal. You just leave a like on this video, smash that subscribe button, and hit the notification bell, and you'll get 25 years of amazing luck. Try it. It really works.
Number 9. Tigress anger. There are a lot of cases of tigers attacking humans, but this is definitely the worst. Zoos in India, and all across the world, can be a dangerous place if you stop being cautious. This is because if attacked, the possibility of injury, sometimes fatal, is 100%. A case in point was the shocking end of a 35-year-old man mauled to death by a tigress at Bhagwan Birsa Biological Park in Ranchi. The motor mechanic Wasim Ansari climbed a tree near the tigress enclosure to scale the concrete wall of the moat, which was dry, and jumped across it to reach the stone stairs near where the 9-year-old tigress, Anushka, was pacing. Wasim walked up to the 200-kilogram tigress. He greeted the carnivore with folded hands and bowed low. Though the guards and onlookers tried clapping and shouting to spook the tigress, they could not scare it off. A tranquilizer gun could not be accessed immediately, and seconds later, the irritated tigress leaped at him, grabbed him by the neck, and almost chewed it up. It was all over in one split second. Number 8. Bat bombs. On December 7, 1941, a 60-year-old dentist from Irwin, Pennsylvania, Dr. Lytle Adams, was driving home from a vacation at Carlsbad Caverns in New Mexico. Hours earlier, he had been gripped with amazement as he witnessed millions of bats exiting the caves at Carlsbad. Listening to his car radio on his return trip, he was shocked to hear that Japan had just attacked Pearl Harbor. Dr. Adams, outraged over this travesty, began to mentally construct a plan for U.S. retaliation. As his thoughts returned to the countless bats that had awed him, he formed a tentative plan. Millions of these small, flying animals could be connected to tiny, time-fused incendiary bombs, and then released to land on the flimsily constructed structures which dotted the cities of Japan. Within a few minutes, the bombs would explode and inflame the entire urban area. He postulated that these immeasurable numbers of fires, spreading their devastation over such a vast area within Japanese cities, would result in the enemy's speedy surrender. Dr. Adam was able to get a meeting with the President of the United States, Franklin D. Roosevelt, who thought it was a crazy but good idea. Classic Roosevelt. But the whole scheme was abandoned because the military put all their funds into something less destructive, the atomic bomb. And the rest is history. Number 7. MILA the beluga whale. They say animals have a sixth sense, and that's how they know if something's wrong. Yang Yun was taking part in a diving competition to become a whale trainer at the Polar Land Aquarium in China. In the test, divers had to sink to the bottom of the 20-foot beluga-filled Arctic pool and stay underwater for as long as possible without breathing equipment. Everything was fine until Yang Yun felt her leg cramp up, and she was unable to swim or even move due to the cold, icy water. As there was no diving equipment provided for this contest, the girl began to drown. MILA, a beluga whale, rushed to rescue Yang and guided her to safety by placing Yun's leg in her mouth. If it hadn't been for the brave whale, the young diver would have probably drowned. Number 6. Penguin poop bombs. If the Olympics awarded medals for long-distance pooping, penguins would take home the gold. These tubby aquatic birds can squirt arcing jets of poop to distances nearly twice their own body length, and scientists recently calculated just how much force their tiny rectums produce in order to do so, and how far the poop can fly. We didn't even know penguins poop, and now scientists are measuring how far they can throw it? Humans really are weird creatures. Birds that eat meat or fish typically poop with more force than seed eaters, likely because their waste contains higher amounts of irritating uric acid. You must be thinking, why do they blast their poop? Well, nature's a brutal place, so during brooding, chinstrap and Adelie penguins are reluctant to leave their eggs unguarded in the nest, even to take a dump. But one also does not wish to ruin the nest with feces, so instead, a brooding penguin will hunker down, point its rear end away from the nest, lift its tail, and let fly a projectile of poo, thereby ensuring both of the safety of the eggs and the cleanliness of the nest. Isn't that just fascinating? Number 5. Dog vs. Fork. Dogs are cute, but they can be pretty stupid sometimes. This will show you why we're saying this. A 5-month-old golden retriever named Dustin in Austin, Texas, bit off a little more than he could chew, an entire fork. No, we're not kidding. Adelaide Animal Emergency and Referral Center posted on its Facebook page a video of the procedure required to help Dustin remove the silverware from his stomach. Imagine sitting in the emergency room and you get a call and someone says, "I think my dog ate a fork." When Dustin arrived at the center, vets discovered the 5-month-old golden retriever had indeed swallowed a pronged piece of dinnerware whole. They managed to remove it with an endoscope rather than having to resort to surgery and shared a video of the procedure. One woman on Facebook said the incident was a real eye-opener for other pet owners and a slap of reality. Save your pets from making dumb mistakes like these. Number 4. Cincinnati gorilla. We know you definitely remember this incident. There was a small boy who fell into the gorilla exhibit at the Cincinnati Zoo in 2016. The gorilla was named Harambe, who actually saved the child. He was the 17-year-old Western lowland gorilla who had noticed that the boy fell into the enclosure. He approached the boy and grabbed him. Video shows Harambe dragging the young boy around the retaining pool in the enclosure as onlookers shout and scream in response. The incident ended with the difficult but right decision to terminate Harambe instead of tranquilizing. This made activists really angry. Petitions on the internet sprung up, including one called Justice for Harambe, which demanded proper legal action be taken by the responsible parties. That petition attained over 10,000 signatures in a few days, and sits at well over 500,000 signatures before it finally closed. Harambe became more than a gorilla who unfortunately lost his life, he became an internet meme. A Cheeto that bore a resemblance to Harambe was sold for $100,000 online. Humans really are something else. Number 3. Arm off. Trainer Sumet Thongkuman was entertaining crowds at the Bang Parafet show of crocodiles on New Year's Eve when the crocodile snapped its mouth shut with the keeper's hand inside it. Unsettling footage shows the trainer's mangled arm after the croc is let go. Thongkuman had been whacking the reptile in the head with a stick before reaching his arm into his mouth. The crocodile then slammed his jaws shut and performed a death roll, as if it was trying to drown prey in the wild. The person who recorded it said it was very scary, and the man's hand was broken in half. He was very lucky to still be alive. What a way to start the new year, right? And with that, it's now time for today's subscriber pick. Today's photo was sent to us by a subscriber. If you come across a photo online and you want to know more details about it, just send it over to us. We might even feature it on a future video. Number 2. This is a photoshopped image, but we get the idea behind it. Whales have long been the king of the oceans. They're the largest creatures roaming the planet. A few times, boats and large ship vessels collide with swimming whales and get damaged during the process. Traveling on ships has increased massively over the last century, and that's the reason for more and more ships disturbing whales and other sea creatures. Can we ever leave nature alone? Number 1. Leopard Rampage. At the top of the list, we have a video that will definitely give you chills. A panicked leopard attacked 5 people as it went on a rampage through a village in the northern Indian state of Punjab. Hundreds of people collected on the roofs of their houses in Lamba village in the city of Jalandhar as they watched the leopard sprint across narrow streets, attacking people in its wake. Video footage shows 2 men trying to throw a net over the leopard, which had found itself trapped in an alley. The leopard then leaps up, knocking one man to the ground before vaulting a fence and running through the urban area, mauling several people in the process. Terrified bystanders can be seen fleeing the scene. At least 4 people were injured over a period of more than 7 hours, as officials tried to catch the animal and tranquilize it. India really is a place of wonders. Which one of these moments did you think was the craziest? Let us know in the comments, and if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.